Hello and welcome to New 6. Today's show features the 6th grade class at Gateway Middle School in Maumee. Our class has been working very hard, and here's Chris Gimmercheck to tell you why.
Every 6th grade student at Gateway Middle School is an author. All 280 students have written books. This involves many steps. First, award-winning picture books were examined to see how famous authors combine words and pictures to tell a story. Next, plot outlines were written, and from that came the writing of the first draft. It was easy getting the characters into trouble, but the hard part was to have a good resolution. We asked for help from every available person to get a good solution. Then came the rewriting. Dictionaries were the most popular books in our classrooms during this stage. After that came the important process of putting the words and pictures together on the page. Then while our manuscripts were being typed, we worked on the sketches. When our manuscripts returned, we transferred the sketches page by page and colored them. Now the book was ready to be bound. Finally, the finished books arrived, complete with a typed author card. These books will be sent to the elementary school which the author attended last year. The author card will be filed in the school card catalog. Our younger brothers, sisters, and friends will be able to read and enjoy what we have written for them. These books are only one of the many projects and displays which will be presented at our Language Arts Fair. The fair will be held on March 9th from 1:30 to 4 o'clock in our 6th grade wing of the school. In addition to the books, we are also making figures of our favorite book characters. We will also design the book jacket in which the character appears. These will be displayed in the mall area around the Learning Center of our school. The program of dramatizations has been written and is now being rehearsed. It includes skits, parodies, poetry, and songs. There will also be mini lesson demonstrations and classroom displays in all 11 6th grade classrooms. The theme of the fair is Unlocking the Mysteries of Language Arts. Parents, teachers, friends, and the community are invited. Everyone at Gateway Middle School is really looking forward to March 9th. With more stories about our school, here's Doug Smith.
The TV show 60 Minutes has Sheena Alexander and Jim Kilpatrick, who take opposite points of view on every issue. At Gateway Middle School, we have Carolyn Tillman and Tom Line, who also never seem to agree. Here they are to present point and counterpoint on the question, should calculators be used in school math classes?
I don't think the calculator should be used in school math class because kids will become too dependent on them. If the calculator breaks down, they will become helpless. They will forget how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Also, most calculators don't give kids a written record of their work, so tracing a mistake on a calculator is almost impossible. Each figure disappears when a new one is entered, so you have to do the whole computation at least twice to make sure that you entered everything correctly. Calculators take the work out of math. They make math easier, but kids don't learn math skills by using calculators. I don't think the calculator should be used in school math classes.
Well, Tom, the argument that if kids use calculators in math class, they won't know math is flatly untrue. Our mothers don't learn how to wash clothes by boiling them and doing all the other heavy time-taking things that were done before washing machines were invented. They know the basic principles of what's needed to produce clean clothes. They put these basic ingredients into the machine and out come clean clothes. The same is true for math. As long as the students know the basic principles of math, why must they continue to do the boring paperwork day after day? Not to mention night after night. All through history, man has used his brain to invent new machines to take the drudgery out of life. Shouldn't kids benefit from these machines too? I feel calculators should be allowed in every school math class.
At our school, we not only have fire drills, we have a fire prevention party. Maumee firemen bring pizzas as a reward for outstanding student participation in the Fire Prevention Art Show. This is an annual event arranged by the cooperative efforts of Mrs. Perry of our art department and Chief Carr of the Maumee Fire Department. Students study the causes of fire. Then they construct dioramas, make posters, and create other original displays promoting the importance of fire prevention. These are displayed all around the school. They present good ideas on fire prevention and good art techniques for conveying important messages. Fire Chief Charter speaks to the assembled students about their art exhibits, and the slideshow is presented. Then the pizzas arrive. They are delivered to the school by the paramedic life squad. The chief and the firemen are expert in handling the hot pizzas. Each hot pizza is cut and put on plates for serving. But even the firemen need help when it comes to serving 300 students. So Miss Rotterdam of our guidance department helps prepare the orange punch. When everything is ready, Mrs. Perry directs traffic around the pizza serving line as students assemble to be served. From the first bite to the last, everyone is a winner at the Gateway Fire Prevention Art Show. Next is Betsy Esch with more stories about our school and our community.
Work hard, play hard is the motto at Gateway Middle School. To help us play hard, we have an intramural sports program of flag football, soccer, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball. We also have table tennis, track, bowling, tennis, and gymnastics. We enjoy these sports 3 days a week in gym. Then we can participate in them after school. Our gym teachers, Mr. Sass and Mrs. Dickinson, along with 5 other teachers, act as coaches and referees. At the present time, the sport activity is gymnastics, one of the most popular activities in our program. Our school has a wide range of gymnastic equipment, which was introduced to us in our regular gym program before we used it in the intramural program. One student at our school, Claudia Schraps, is the state champion in gymnastics and was second in the national gymnastic events. But all the students at Gateway participate in this exciting sport because it improves our abilities in other sports areas. In the middle of the Maumee River, about 200 yards away from the Maumee-Perrysburg Bridge, are several cement pylons. These were once used to support a railway. Today they are often the subjects for artists and photographers. However, they're also the target of graffiti writers. There have been many efforts made in the past to remove these eyesores, but no action has been taken because of the expense involved. Neither Maumee nor Perrysburg have been able to agree on who should pay for the removal project. Recently, a proposal was presented to the Maumee City Council which would preserve these historic remnants of a bridge that was built at the turn of the century. The proposal states that the pylons should be made into supports for a new bridge. This bridge would be used only for hiking, biking, and fishing. It would be a welcome addition to the area fishermen because fishing is now banned on the Maumee-Perrysburg Bridge, and this has long been a favorite spot for many fishermen. Next is Debbie Bing, who will introduce our final story.
This year at our school, we have a 6th grade student from Hawaii. His name is Robert Davenport, and he has lived on the island of Oahu all his life until he moved to Maumee this year. Robert is here at the studio to talk about Hawaii with News 6 reporter Tina Brown.
Aloha, Robert.
Aloha, Tina.
Robert, how are the schools in Hawaii different from the schools in Maumee?
Not much, because we study all the same subjects except one. It's called HAP. It teaches us Hawaiian language, Hawaiian culture, and Hawaiian history.
What has impressed you most about living in Maumee?
The snow, because we don't have any snow in Hawaii. And the only snow, if you can find snow, it'll be on the mountains.
What about trains?
Trains, yeah, we don't have trains in Hawaii, and the transportation we use to move products is by car, airplanes, or boats.
I understand you play an unusual musical instrument. Would you play it for us and tell us about it?
Yeah, it's called a ukulele. It has 4 strings, and they teach us in general music classes at Hawaii, in our school. And then we practice it, then we use it in a festival called Lei Day, and it's used on May 1st. And I'll give you a sound of it. Play the scales.
Thank you, Robert. And now back to Debbie Bing.
Thank you for watching News 6. Today's show was brought to you by the 6th grade class of Mrs. Margaret Cowles of Gateway Middle School in Maumee. Next week, News 6 will feature the 6th grade of Forest Park School in Fort Wayne. Have a great week.